Hello, trading is closed on March 21st, 2024. Let's do our disclaimer first. It's my trading plan for Friday, which is March 22nd, 2024. Please remember my calls can be completely wrong. Trade at your own risk. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this, and tomorrow should also have the early low. We said it was the early low. We have the early low, late high, midday drop. It's the standard pattern, except it's ambiguous because normally this high would be over this low. It doesn't have to be, but that's what normally happens. And we said that sometimes people could be confused because they're used to seeing this high up here. That's just to remind you of what we said. And we have a kind of wishy-washy pattern tomorrow too. And we said that the target might not print because nothing stopped us from gapping up. We had a MEJT sell signal in the afternoon. That's already played out. We banged up against the upper trend line here, and volatility index is given a Bollinger Band reversal sell signal. So these argue for lower prices, but not a disaster, I don't think, because the attempt to break through the lower channel failed. And usually that means when the market gets its act together, we're going to break through on the upside. We have this count. No one can be certain it's right, but it's clearly an impulse. These fibs work. All we have to do is find a way to count wave blue 5. Well, here's blue 4. I still like red 1, 2, and 3. We have to decide what to do after that. Well, if that's A, this could be B. And inside B, you have an A, B, C, and C is equal to A. And wave magenta B, you can count as a triangle. Triangle is going to occur in wave B. So, A, B, C, D, E. And then A and C are equal. If that's the right count, and if wave brown C is equal to brown A, it'll bottom around 51.63 cash, which is 78 handles. Not pleasant, but not a disaster either. It's 1.5%. And if that's true, that would be the end of wave red 4. Wave red 4 would be exactly equal to wave red 2, exactly equal to twice wave red 2. And you'd be all set for wave red 5 up, which often is equal to wave red 1, which is quite a doozy. Doesn't mean it has to play out that way, but it's a plausible count. Well, tomorrow's pattern is really low, which doesn't tell us where we open. Today's action wasn't what one wants to see. It was not what one wants to see when the new high is hit, but it's not a harbinger of a disaster either. We gapped up at a higher high, closed under multiple intraday highs and even some lows, and if that's maintained at the open, it's a negative pattern, should lead to lower prices printing regardless of where we close. Remember, if we gap and take out today's high, that idea is killed. I just can't count this current rally as being over. One possibility is that we have a relatively mild drop to complete a fourth wave and then another good rally, a very good rally in wave 5. I still think we're going much higher here. So negative action for tomorrow unless we gap and take this high out, but not a disaster. Maybe a drop to 51.63 cash, and then another big rally in through next month. And that's today's call.